As Nathaniel Hawthorne once said, words, so innocent and powerless as they are, as standing in the dictionary, how potent for good and evil they become in the hands of one who knows how to combine them. Welcome to this edition of the Sydney Writers' Festival, the Voice of the Youth session, uncovering insights into the ways text invite us to see the world differently. Today I'll be contrasting two dystopian novels, George Orwell's 1984 and Cormac McCarthy's The Road, and analysing how these texts do this by revealing the paradoxes inherent in the element of language throughout the human experience. Principally through how language can simultaneously be used as a tool for oppression, manipulation, and go hand in hand with the erosion of society, but contrastingly used for emancipation and regenerating the loss of humanity, providing a way to respond to evil. Ultimately revealing the subjective, relative nature of the human language and literature. Orwell demonstrates how language can be controlled and exploited as an oppressive device in society, modifying the domain of truth. This idea was informed by Orwell's contextual concerns of governments of his time, manipulating language in order to influence and control their people. He saw this firsthand working in the BBC during World War II, helping to produce wartime propaganda, and through the rhetoric of demagogic fascist leaders like Hitler. Newspeak is the mechanism by which Orwell uses language to oppress society in 1984, condensing language into a completely simplified and controllable form. The whole aim of Newspeak is to narrow the range of thought. Here, Orwell alludes to and reflects the philosophy of Wittgenstein, who argued for something to potentially exist in the world, it must be within the range of thought, which he believed to be reflected through the range of language. In the line, white always mates, always without exception, the symbolism of a chessboard represents the way a totalitarian government commanding language can change the chessboard of an individual's thought, controlling every possible move to totally own individuals' ideas and understandings. Therefore, Orwell restricts and controls language in 1984 to in turn use it as a device for manipulation, degrading individuality. Similarly to 1984, The Road likewise depicts the way language can be an element of darkness and oppression. However, in contrast to 1984, this is not through the work of a manipulative government, but as a result of the cultural disintegration of society. In the aftermath of 9/11 and the Cold War, McCarthy saw America in a state of cultural decline and trepidation, suffering increasing challenges to its hegemony, as well as its standards of education and language deteriorating. This is demonstrated through McCarthy's deliberate manipulation of the form in the novel, revealing the links between a dystopian society and a breakdown of language. The dialogue, "Can I ask you something?" he said. "Yes, of course. Are we going to die? Sometime, not now." Utilizes a truncated sentence structure, demonstrating McCarthy's form, employing sparse prose and punctuation throughout, illustrating the decaying of society and language around them, propelling the reader forward. Inside was a brass sextant. He fitted it back into the blue baize lining of the case, and closed the lid, and snapped the latches shut, and set it back into the locker and closed the door. McCarthy employs polysyndeton, conveying a sense of poignancy, intensified by the realization that this is a further action signifying cultural demise, a further sinking towards that cultural entropy that the text identifies as a post-apocalyptic setting. Thus, similarly to Orwell, McCarthy reveals the potential for language to be intertwined with the erosion of society and the destruction of humanity.